Always starting with surrender. Whatever has been known, whatever has been learned, all surrendered to the ocean of knowledge. Only then I awaken to my unlearned truth. Truth cannot be learned. Truth cannot be engineered. Cannot be created. Truth exists forever. Baba, the ocean of truth, is here to wake up the master ocean of truth, to remind the soul of its oceanic truth. And telling the soul not to confine itself in a drop. Are you the drop or are you the ocean? As a drop, you will always be hungry for a drop of love from the Father. As an ocean, you are like the Father. Immersed in each other. Om Shanti. I was seeing with Baba today how silly it is that ocean believes itself to be a drop. Hmm? And then the drop is trying to be the ocean. Do you find it funny? Drop practicing to be the ocean. Do you find it funny? Hmm? Shanti. Shanti. Actually, today is Murli. I don't know. We will see. I just opened it randomly. 23, 10, 70. The effort to be a Maharathi. Do you know how to do spiritual drill? What do you have to do in the drill? Drill means to bend your body as you wish. And spiritual drill means to stabilize the spirit in the stage the spirit wants, when the spirit wants, that is to be able to stabilize the self in the stage the spirit wants to. This is called spiritual drill. Beautiful definition, no? Of the spiritual drill. An army does exactly what a marshal or drill master signals them to do. In the same way, you yourself should be the master or marshal and stabilize yourself in the stage you want to be in, you, the spirit, want to be in. Has the soul become his own drill master in this way? It shouldn't be that the master says, hands down, and the students put their hands up. Or the marshal says, right, and the soldiers turn left. What would happen to such students or soldiers? They would be dismissed. So here, you dismiss yourselves from your own right. You should have such practice that the soul that you are can stabilize your stage wherever you want in 1 second, because you are now on the battlefield. And when the soul is able to see itself as the ocean, then the battlefield becomes a hmm?
Drop.
Drop, a play field, right? The
Yes.
battlefield becomes a play field. So Baba is saying, on a battlefield, if the army, so Baba is giving this analogy. So let us see what is behind, the meaning behind that analogy. On a battlefield, if the army does not put a direction into practice in 1 second, what are they called? What would you call soldiers who take time to stabilize themselves in a particular stage on this spiritual battlefield? Today, Bap Dada is observing Maharathi children who are Purusharthis. What is the difference between a physical battlefield and a spiritual battlefield? Are the rules and the laws different? And who's the commander in chief?
It's almost the same, because if you 1 moment, 1 second, you're not alert, you will be caught by the enemies. So same here is, if you are not alert and attentive, you will be deceived by the mind's ego, mind mayas, everything.
Uh-huh.
That's why Baba said, have the 1 second, you complete stabilize in 1 second. So means you uh, aware of the all the ghost games.
Mm-hmm.
The same way as a soldier has to be aware all the time.
Mm-hmm. So, what is the difference if you were to see a spiritual battlefield?
The spiritual is just like is you complete detached, and they are complete engaged
Mm-hmm.
because they complete engaged, they complete engrossed in that battlefield. That's why they went into the trauma. But here you just enjoying being, because enjoying being the Baba's company, you enjoying. It's just like everything is happening, but you are detached.
Yeah, the swadharma of the soul is what is on the spiritual battlefield or playfield, rather. Whereas on the physical battlefield, it is a swadharma of the body consciousness,
Hmm.
total day and night.
Yeah.
Yeah, non violence. Here, complete violence. Complete violence and completely non violent.
One is peace and
Yeah.
another is not.
Yeah, one is peace, another is total peacelessness.
Peacelessness.
Yeah. One is enemy. Here, there are no enemies.
They are friend actually.
Yeah,
Maya is
they
a
are,
friend.
yeah,
Is
they
a
are
friend, yeah.
servers. They are your servers. Yeah,
Yeah. Actually, they are helper in a one way.
servers, I would say more. If we
Yeah,
take
it's
more
server.
help, then we will get into not
In the
taking.
battlefield,
Server is means yes,
Yeah, like
is
servers.
they are making us strong and to
Mm,
bring our attention to see them.
yeah,
battlefield is external and the people are external. Here it's all internal game.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a game. Very good. It's all an
Internal game.
internal game.
All the inner drama,
Yeah.
the
The soul
outside.
is the observer of that game. Soul is not even part of the game.
Baba said today it's a play.
Yeah, it's a play. It's a play. It's a play that the soul is observing. Yeah. Soul is not participating in this play.
There's all the bloodshed and destruction outside, physical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And here there's cleanliness.
There is cleanliness. It's clean.
There's more lightness,
Yeah.
awakening.
Yeah. There is joy in this play, in this battlefield. It's a like super sensuous joy.
As Baba says, Satya Narayan Nasha.
Yeah. Narayani Nashi. Yeah.
Satyanarayan Baba today give the example. Every Murli sometime Baba bring the jhar, the trees service in a point of view. So today he brought the a picture of the
Lakshmi Narayan.
Lakshmi
Lakshmi
Narayan picture.
Narayan.
Hmm.
So every time he just bring it. Sometime later Baba bring it the later how you teach do the service to the later. Today he give the introduction of the picture.
Yeah, so the very important part is what Baba is telling us is and somebody said we are here, we are staying with the family and detached. There we are away from the family. So in the spiritual, very good. In the spiritual battlefield, it's a play field. So we are with the family, with the father, with the commander in chief. Yeah.
Om Shanti Didi. Uh, Can
Shanti.
I add something into it? Like you said, like here in the warfield, if we see battlefield, dead bodies, like physical dead bodies are there, but here in the spiritual, it's the ego death,
Yeah.
which we witness as a detached observer.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, ego is kind of merging also. Nothing is dying. Yeah. But it's very good point that here we see everything is already dead. Very good. And then the other side, we are trying to, the word is also violent. So it's like trying to whatever. Yeah. But here it's already dead. Everything is seen as dead. Like Krishna with Arjuna on the battlefield. Everyone is already dead. So it's a very beautiful way to see because otherwise our person mind will go into a very physical battlefield. and start fighting with Maya, actually. And the moment you do that, you have become the drop from the ocean. So Baba is saying, those who consider themselves to be Maharathis, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you consider yourself to be Maharathi internally, yeah, not just to raise it. Do you, the soul, really feel your karma teeth? Then raise your hand, not just because to raise the hand.
I know this recording is there, Baba is saying.
Do you see yourself as that karmatit soul? Only then.
Soul is karmatit, already karmatit.
Do you see yourself as that karmatit soul?
No, sister. Not, yeah, not seen.
Baba sees our perfect form.
Yeah.
Brahma Baba has been shining light and giving Sakash on that perfect form.
Exactly. So where is your attention?
But ego mind is not letting to say yes because he's showing, no, you have this. Long list he's just showing here.
And can you see it from your karmatit? As that's what Baba is saying. Are you stable as a spirit in your truth? Yeah? Nothing about Rupa, nothing about Rini is me. Nothing whatsoever. And this is truly the absolute seeing. Yeah? This is the absolute seeing of the soul. What is keeping you trapped in believing yourself to be the waves or the drops in the ocean? What is it that's keeping you trapped there? It's very important because many ask this question, how do I stay constantly being conscious as a soul? You know, the drop of the ocean also contains the ocean in it. The drop cannot exist, the wave cannot exist. All those seething, foaming waves that you see, they cannot exist without the ocean. So even if there is some sense of this personal identity being pulling you down or making you feel, understand even this person is within me as a drop, but I am not that drop. That drop is made up of me. It needs me to exist as a drop, but I am not that drop. Are we seeing this through the day? Or are we moving around in the day with this body being my point of view as me? Any feeling, any thought, any emotion that is coming up, can you see that as just a drop in me? The ocean. I'm not forcing you, I'm just asking you, can we see it like that? Then you will know your karmatit truth now. Because only then can you truly be following Brahma Baba. Otherwise, we are not following Brahma Baba. We are believing the dictates of the Manmat to be me.
Sister, here are 84 rivers of flowing into the ocean. And in the river, there are all those drops. Within a drop, all that is not coming. So here it made a river. So I made 84 rivers merging into ocean, and each river having all the trillion dots of experiences, drops of experiences. That's how it's coming here.
Okay, can we make every river just a drop? Because it's just a thought. Every part is just a thought. right?
So I made every life part as a river.
Uh-huh.
And in that, those drops of water, the drops
Yeah.
in that river are those experiences.
Uh-huh. So I went
Otherwise, there were 84
expansion.
buckets coming. I said, no, that's not good.
But
Let's make
as you said, I'm a ocean. Obviously, when I'm a ocean, so all the drops are merging within me.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right. All those 84 rivers drops are merging within one.
Yeah.
So
So can you see that?
yeah, that I can
Then
see.
it's merging me, so I'm becoming embodiment of those drops.
Yeah. So all that is within me, the soul. 84 rivers.
It is. All 84 rivers, all 84 drops are within you, the soul.
Yeah.
What is wrong? The ocean just sama leta hai na? That is a
Right.
power to accommodate, which is a very natural power of the soul. It
Yeah,
accommodates all the different variety parts within itself. It
it is a power
accommodates,
to merge everything.
yeah. It doesn't become a dirt. It doesn't become the drop. It doesn't become the waves, but it merges everything within itself. Yeah. And that is what Baba is telling us, that really be that ocean. Don't contain yourself in that one drop. Yeah.
Beautiful analogy, sister.
Yeah, merge all the rivers within you.
Yeah.
Rivers are drops within you.
And
Because they coming out of me. I mean, as I'm an ocean, they coming out of
they
me.
are seething and foaming out of you.
Out of me, yes. But they are actually my children's. They coming out of me.
Yeah. And they
Mr.
merging.
Rupa, don't confuse my image now. No,
Yeah.
if you're saying the river's coming, it seems like the water's coming out of it.
I mean, either way, you see the 84 part from where it coming. It coming from me because everything is recorded in the soul. Obviously, according to time, as the time unfold, it comes out drop
Right.
by drop, every second, drop by drop. You
Yeah.
are spilling out everything.
Important thing is to see it in a very simple way. I am this ocean, and everything I have this immense power to merge. It is a natural power of the ocean. Every part, every emotion, every seething, foaming wave of sanskar is merging back in me.
Yeah.
So they are just coming up with force at times only to go back in me.
Now it's time to receive everything back.
Yeah. So who can receive when I know I'm the ocean, but if I believe myself to be a drop in the wave, how can I merge everything back in me?
Yeah, that's a good sister. It's a good way to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I know when I'm karmatit. This is knowing I am a karmatit soul. And yes, there is a lot of waves and lot of flotsam and jetsam floating on the top of the waves. But all of that is just going back within me, the drop. Within me, the ocean, all the drops are merging within me. So they had to come up, no?
All the dirt and waste floating on the river
Yeah,
is also getting all merged.
exactly, exactly. Everything. It's like I can't cling on to being the illusion. Can you cling on to being the illusion and concepts and want truth?
Yeah, no, it kind of makes sense. Like you cannot hold on to a wave.
Yeah.
You can't hold on to the water or any of the waves. So it's just like holding on to the illusion. It's impossible.
Yeah. And trying to be the ocean as a wave, you can't. That is why it's such a strong mind identification we all carry. So strong, that we keep getting pulled by its ups and downs of these waves. Even though we are saying we are not our mind, and yet we are living as our mind. We have all the knowledge, and yet we are living as our mind.
Yeah, that's true, sister.
Yeah.
And the ocean is the one beauty is all the dirt, even though all the dirt fall in the oceans, the all the sewer systems, everything is fall in the ocean, but you see the still water becomes so clean because everything is merged. And the all the dirt always the through the waves it's bring into the shores and they clean it from there. So it never it means the ocean never hold any dirt too.
So the ocean, most importantly, is ocean knows there is everything within me. The water, the
Yeah.
waves, drops, everything is within me. And that is what Maharathi, what Baba is saying is true. The true Purusharth for a Maharathi is to know I am that ocean. Yeah. We can't be identified as a drop and then make an effort to be Maharathi. Can't. That's why I just love this example of Brahma Baba. Knowing his karmatit state, knowing his perfect form, now he's looking at the effort-making person. Yeah. See, it was no different for him than it was for us, than it is for us, beings of light, right? For him, okay, it was Dadi Guzar going and bringing the message. Soul behind Dadi Guzar. For us, it's Baba giving us the direct message of who you are, giving us a perfect picture, a perfect form, and then telling us what are all the waves and the drops within you, the ocean. He's telling us that also.
So we are very fortunate. We have like cookie cutter, everything is in the platter for us.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But today Baba give the today example, the many cooks spoil the broth.
That's why just listen and be with one and know what he's seeing you as. Don't look at yourself even with the eyes of your own mind, which has 1,000 different eyes. Don't look at yourself at the eyes of others around you and their parts around you. Look at yourself with the eye of one. Because too many cooks will spoil the broth.
Yeah, that's a beautiful example. Obviously, if we manmat, parmat, and seeing
Yeah.
other, following other. So
Yeah.
where is my own pursharad? Where is my own understanding? Because I'm just picking the others' understanding. I'm picking others everything, but where
Understanding
is
is not about that. It is more about you are taking the vision for yourself as you.
How through which glasses are you looking at yourself?
Yeah. That is more important. See, studying together is a beautiful thing. While studying, am I also looking at myself through the eyes of Sister Neeru, Sister Rupa, Sister Geet, or am I looking at myself through the eyes of God? Not like I can go and live in a jungle and not interact with anybody. Of course not. We are living with everybody. We are interacting with everyone. We are studying with each other, studying Baba's Murali. But am I really looking at myself through God's eyes? Or there's Manmat and Parmat constantly telling me who I am? That is very important. Understanding we are taking from Baba. It's nobody's personal understanding. You see what Brahma Baba's experiences are telling us what it's need to be. We're not looking at anyone else.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is why Baba is saying that those who consider themselves to be Maharathis, raise your hand. What do those who are not Maharathis consider themselves to be? Yeah. What are those? What do those who are not Maharathis consider themselves to be? Now, see, Baba is giving us the other side of the coin also. Those who consider themselves to be the cavalry, raise your hand. तो उसमें भी कोई नहीं करेगा उसमें भी कोई नहीं करेगा हाँ Bap Dada is putting this question to those who did not raise their hand to be a Maharathi. So do you consider yourself to be Bap Dada's heir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so do those who consider themselves to be the cavalry consider themselves to be heirs?
Oh, it's so tricky. Like airs like on the top ladder, Maharati ladder, Baba, not the cavalry.
So Baba is saying, do the heirs wish to claim the full right or not?
Yes, full right. Yes, Baba.
Full right, yeah. So since you have the aim of claiming the full inheritance, why should you be the cavalry?
Yeah, we're not.
We are not. So if you are the, and it requires courage. See, one is to raise hand because I have to defy the ego within me. One is to raise the hand because I know I am that. And ego and the scripted mind and whatever gandagi and achi cheese is all within me, has got nothing to do with my truth. All these heavy emotions that can come during the day and some things that can weigh you down and the sleepy moments and all of that has got nothing to do with my truth.
And going back to the same example which you did, right? Ocean has good things and bad things. It just absorbs everything. But that doesn't discount the original quality of ocean, right?
So that is why. But one is an example. Am I really knowing myself to be that? That is where the question comes,
Sure.
right? Knowing myself to be that. That is very important. Hmm? Like, it's not like you are the only one who gets all the scripted emotions in your life every day. I can bet not a single one, including Brahma Baba, has not had these emotions come up through the day. Every single one, without exception. The difference is only not in what scripted mind is bringing up. Difference is in where do you believe and know yours, not even believe. What do you know yourself to be? And that requires courage to let go of this identity. Identification with old sanskars. It requires courage. Yeah. So Baba is saying, if you are the cavalry, do you know what number you will claim? Where would those in the second grade come? Even after receiving so much sustenance from Baba, you would claim the second grade? Baba is saying, no, Baba, right? If you have been a second grade effort maker over a long period of time, you will receive the second grade inheritance for a long period of time. So clear. So clear, no? So what is Baba saying? If you, kahan gayi wo line? If you have been a second grade effort maker over, so you have to be a first grade Maharati effort maker. Means knowing your karmati, then observing all the defects in your part with detachment. All the defects of the ups and downs of your emotions with detachment. That is all.
And seeing the virtues as Baba's virtues.
Yeah, absolutely. Baba's virtues are my virtues.
Not even as your virtues, only as
Yeah.
Baba's virtues. Otherwise, the
Baba's
ego will
virtues. मेरा तो अपना कुछ है ही नहीं. That is what Baba is saying. Yeah. And we all really do have these limited sanskaras within us. There is not a single one that does not have it. Please be very clear on that. Doesn't matter where you're sitting, on the stage or off the stage, it doesn't matter. Every single one has limited sanskars. But where is my sense of self. Yeah. So if you believe yourself to be second grade effort maker over a long period of time, then you will receive the second grade inheritance over a long period of time. What you know yourself to be is what one thing that is very, very useful, and I've mentioned this many times, and I will continue to mention this forever until the day I leave this body, is how I see myself and know myself to be is how others will see me also. And it stops me from beggary completely. What do I know myself to be? The way Baba knows me? Then I know absolutely I'm always loved by God. I'm always loved by all the souls because I'm beyond all imaginations of my own mind and others' minds. That is why I know I can only be loved. There cannot be the opposite of this in my relationships with Baba, with myself as a soul, and with other beings. Because I know imagination is very different game that my mind is playing. And this, I, the being, see this with Baba many, many times through the day. And it really keeps me out of my mind, which is constantly telling me something or the other of the opposite of love. It can, but it doesn't because your attention is not there. So even if it is...
This one was trying to do, was on Baba's Murli, on Avec Murli, on Baba's love, you know. The mind was kept saying, oh, this is all illusion. This is all fantasy world that you're creating in your head. This is all a mind game you're creating. You know, it was like coming so strongly about that of not stabilizing in that self-love and God's love.
Yeah. So it's calling God's love as fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. All right.
It was saying this is all a fantasy, Lala world, Lala land you're creating in your head.
Yeah.
That's all illusion. The reality is there.
And this is what happens when, that is why don't listen to what the scripted mind is saying. And one thing that really helps, and I know we have mentioned this, but I don't know how many are really seeing it like that. For me, all language, at least this one, the way this one sees, the language that my mind is speaking is nothing than alphabet put together into words, and words given a certain meaning is creating a thought, and that thought given the meaning, it's creating a feeling. There is absolutely no A, B, C, D, E, F, G for the soul that exists. So all thoughts are made up of what? Words and letters. So whatever it is saying, it is just speaking in words and letters. Isn't it? For me, these few things which I continue to see with Baba again and again and again. Baba thought, Bachi A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it's not you, it's mine that has learned A, B, C, D, E, F. It's got nothing to do with you. So the moment Baba brings it down to A, B, C, D, then I'm like, okay, then what does it even mean? What do those letters, even A, B, C, somebody must have taught this mind at some point. You listen to my language of silence. And in that silence, those words that come, they are not ABCD based words. They are the words from God's heart. There's no sense of doubt in those words. You know? So that is why when mind talks, I just don't, with your disinterest, layers and layers will dissolve. With your disinterest, waves will dissolve. There's too much interest in the mind, and that is the problem with every soul today.
Like
I mean,
even
not
in
the problem.
Amrit Vela, the mind starts off.
Uh-huh.
Like, what? So early in the morning. Like even in silence and quiet, and the mind just takes off.
And which is fine. See, that is the nature of, that is a dharma of the mind. But what is swadharma? What is swakadharma?
Peace inside.
निसंकल्प स्थिति से सारा शोर दिखता है और फिर अपने आप ही मर्ज होता है.
Soul is complete silence. Soul has no language. No A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
साइलेंस है तो शोर है, नहीं तो शोर भी कहाँ होगा.
बिल्कुल. So just really knowing that this whole ABCD exists within me, the soul. In the mind, in the form of a language which was important for practical purposes. So that is the moment mind speaks, I don't understand it. I just don't understand that language. Please do this again and again. See this again and again. You do not understand that language. Because if you understand that, you will not understand God's language.
Yeah, if the attention is more in the mind's language and the mind's content,
Yeah.
then we cannot.
Then you will not understand what Baba is saying. Yeah. So very, very important. Because you don't want to be the second grade effort maker, that identity. Oh, I am the second grade. I am not a Maharathi yet. That kind of an effort maker you don't want to be. And this requires overcoming the fear of Parmat. There's a fear of Parmat in raising hand. From that place of knowing I am this light. Who am I? I am this light. Can this truth ever change? That you are this light combined with Baba. Baba is constantly shining his light on you. Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba both are constantly shining their light on your truth. Constantly giving Sakash to my children, my children, my children every day. Seeing you as that lighthouse every day. Both Bab Dada. बस यही काम है दोनों का सारा टाइम. है ना, बाप दादा का काम क्या है? ये काम है बाप दादा का.
भूले नहीं देते अपना ट्रूथ.
हाँ, कि भूलना नहीं. वहां नहीं देखो, मेरी तरफ देखो. वहां नहीं देखो, मेरी तरफ देखो.
Today it was so sweet. He said, I have come countless times.
Yeah.
And every time Baba is saying, just remember me alone. Consider yourself souls. Remember me. And I was thinking, Baba, kitne thak gaye honge?
Yesterday he said 1,000 times sweet, 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 sweet. So
Sweetest,
many
sweet,
times
sweet.
in the entire Murli. Then one topic had a lot of happiness, a lot of happiness, a lot of happiness. Then
But
the third was
what are the children doing? Yeah, I've heard it. But I'm not a soul. I have this, and this, and I have so much to fix.
And I'm not even sweet. I'm not
I'm
even
not
peace.
sweet. I'm bitter. I still have so much. 10% anger is still there in me. That is me. बस वो 10% को लेके बैठ जाऊंगी. 90% जो पीस हो गया उसको तो नहीं देखूंगी. But 10% I will hold on to. So where am I complete? I still have more way, long way to go. And here Baba is saying, second grade effort maker नहीं होना, फिर second grade ही मिलता है. फिर second grade.
second नहीं चाहिए, first चाहिए.
Yeah. So if then know yourself, you are already number one. There's no shame and no arrogance in it. To be number one, you have to have 100% humility also. But that will come from being who you are. True humility can come only from being who you are. Otherwise, it's all pretentious humility. Know this very well. Yeah? That ocean that karmatit soul, which has every story, every kind of story in it. It has devil, it has demon, it has deity, it has divine, all in it. I am that one. And I accept naturally everything in me as the ocean that has the power to merge. Knowing yourself as that, then Baba is saying that you will, if you, you are those who call yourselves children of the Almighty Authority Father, those who have taken sustenance from the corporeal form and the avyakt form. And yet, second grade, Baba's exclamation. Baba is saying with exclamation mark. And yet, second grade, you're taking direct sustenance from God and you believe yourself to be a second grade citizen? Because others around you want to keep you second grade?
You want us to fail.
Because they themselves see themselves as second grade. So they will see you also as second grade. And if you think of yourself as first grade, they will think you're arrogant. True? That is Parama. Now, our own mind is constantly seeing me as a second grader, second grade. My mind is constantly seeing me as that. Because that's all it has right now. So Baba doesn't want you to use that mind. Baba wants you to use his mind. Then you will know you are this beautiful Swadharm jis atma ka pure allowance hai. Total knowing hai. Total knowing is your nature. Swadharm, this being that I am. So lovely. That's who I am. I don't need to make any effort to be peace, but I can merge and I can embrace the very choppy, frothing, waves within me because I am the ocean. Everything can be merged in me. Yeah, I can merge the heaviness of the waves. I can merge the anger of the waves within me. Right? Can you?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Absolutely. So Baba is saying that you are those who call yourself children of the Almighty Father and those who have taken sustenance directly from Bab Dada. And yet, second grade, no. It doesn't even seem right to say this in words. See how beautiful Baba is. It doesn't seem right to say this even in words. This is Baba's love pouring for that soul. Hear this infinitely oceanic, powerful being of light and believing itself to be this little tiny wave that has just jumped up.
It just jumped up.
Yeah, literally, it's like that. What else? What else?
True.
Isn't it?
Baba see it as a joke, right? कि
It
क्या
is.
है बच्चा क्या समझ रहा है?
Such beautiful beings of light and believing themselves to be this some tiny drop called Rini and this thought called Rini. And this old sanskara, which has made this identity, labeled it. Even Rini is a very deceptive word. It's just a label. It's just a name. Yeah. So Baba is saying that even in words, it doesn't seem right, child. Or else from today, you should, oh my God, Baba is being very strong. Or else from today, you should not call yourself children of the Almighty Authority.
Yeah.
हम ये नहीं सुन सकते, sorry.
Baba, too late for you to pull
Yeah,
that
too
away.
late, Baba, too late. हमने कान बंद कर दिए.
So that's why Baba is saying that if you really know yourself to be the children of Almighty Authority, know yourself to be Maharati. That is what Baba is trying to say. You know? That is all Baba is meaning. So Baba is saying, so, instead of calling them children, do you know what Bab Dada calls children who are engaged in making such second grade effort? Not bache, but kache. Not
थोड़े
bache.
अक्ल के कच्चे हैं.
But
No
kache.
more, Sister Rupa.
No
Not
more.
that wave, the jumping wave. The
Exactly.
ocean. Not बच्चे. तो
पक्के
समझाया
बच्चे,
भी
हम
नहीं.
पक्के बच्चे हैं, पक्के बच्चे.
Bilkul. To
We are
make
good.
such effort, even now, is not worthy of the self-respect of God's children. This is why Bab Dada says, even now, let the past be the past. Baba just doesn't like the soul even lingering on to second ago past.
Wow.
Just complete erased it.
Erase it. It doesn't exist. Old sanskars don't exist anymore for me. They are just some foreign objects somewhere floating somewhere, I don't know where. But I am just a being of light. And Baba's sanskars are my sanskars. That's it.
Change yourself from this moment.
And stop understanding the language of your mind. You know, this one found, just noticing, even when around this one, when somebody's talking in Lokik language and Lokik matters, I've seen that I can see even my own mind now saying inside, blah, 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 blah. I'm not even listening. I did not realize, but I'm not even listening anymore.
Because it's the Chinese, they are speaking in Chinese, because
Yes,
Chinese is
the mind
difficult
is
to
also like
understand.
blah, 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 blah. And here another good sanskar is saying, beautiful souls sitting with Baba. I'm seeing both these languages going on. And I'm sitting with Baba. When did this actually start happening?
When you really don't want to listen, actually, you don't want to go in the details,
Yeah,
then this thing happens that you are listening but not
not
listening, right?
listening at all. You
कुछ
just
कुछ
not
तो बोल रहा है,
listening.
वो एज अ वो दिख रहा है, ये तमो प्रधान एनर्जी चल रही है, राइट, बस
Yeah,
वो
words.
एनर्जी का फ्लो.
Yeah, it's just like words. It's just empty words which have no meaning for my mind also today. Yeah. So they could be saying anything and और जो important होता है, you will immediately get it, huh? That will filter through. But that which is not important will not filter through.
Yeah, true.
Just like, and I was so surprised because it was speaking blah, 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 so softly, the mind. It was like, wow, I just didn't notice it before. I'm like, what is it doing? It's just saying blah, 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 blah. Not even listening. And that is why you see nothing goes inside you.
When soul is conscious, this thing happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the soul can be doing this throughout the day because you're doing this with Baba also. Whenever your mind speaks, I say, Baba, I don't understand this language. So Baba says, you don't need to understand this language, child. You need to understand my language. So what is
बाबा कहते हैं
happening
ना,
as a result? Sorry?
सुनते हुए नहीं सुनो, देखते हुए नहीं देखो.
Bilkul.
आगे के पार्ट से आता भी है, सुन रहे हो, आर यू लिसनिंग? यस,
हाँ.
लिसन तो कर रहे हैं, बट वो अंदर जा रहा है नहीं जा रहा है, ये तो कोई नहीं पूछता.
That is the thing, na? They will see that you are there, but you're
But
not.
not there. Yes. Yeah. This thing happened this morning, right?
Mm.
So yeah, same.
So it's like you just are combined with Baba, and yet they are feeling you are not rejecting them. They're not getting that feeling from you.
And you get that answer also what they wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer will be given. And don't know how.
It just comes.
Yeah.
Just comes. What is needed will be given because it's already there. It will be spoken according to the divine script that you have. Because you're in a divine smriti, that is that the divine script will speak. But if you're an ordinary smriti, then ordinary smriti will speak.
वो फिर सब याद रहता है. क्या हुआ क्या हुआ.
इसलिए इसको याद भी नहीं रहता है. कोई ज्यादा पूछता है इधर उधर की बात, कौन सी बात, किसकी बात. कोई फोन भी करते हैं 4-5. मैंने आपसे बात की थी सिस्टर, मैंने कहा मुझे बात याद दिलाना. मुझे आई डोंट रिमेम्बर हु आई स्पोक टू एंड व्हाट आई स्पोक टू हु. आई डोंट रिमेम्बर एनी ऑफ दिस एंड आई डोंट नीड टू रिमेम्बर.
वो बिल्कुल बाबा जो स्वान वाली बात करते हैं ना, वो जो किसी को आंसर देना है, बस वो ही एक तरह से एक पजल है. वो पजल का वो कैसा है, वो पजल का आंसर बस आता है, वो पजल थोड़ी याद रहती है. इट्स लाइक दैट, राइट?
It is more like that what is needed will be given to you.
Yeah.
More importantly. Yeah. And that if you are with Baba and you're really like a holy swan, then you truly will be only picking the pearls.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to pick other things. And picking the pearls means not their words that I remember, but I know the interaction of love that we had. What you said and what this one said, I don't remember. I don't need to.
It's the feeling behind that interaction.
Feeling behind that interaction, I remember that I was so fortunate to play a part with my brother's soul. That is all I remember. And I don't need to remember anything else. So this one thing also one finds very useful truth. I'm playing my part with my brother's souls, and it is my greatest fortune. One of my greatest fortunes. Not only that we live together with each other eternally, forever. It's like home is not a step away from where I am. Home is where I am. And in our home means we all in our essence are together always. And yet we can play this great fortune of this beautiful universe and this beautiful drama and this beautiful parts that we can play with each other. And it's so beautiful. My greatest fortune. So in that one finds there is really a lot of lightness you will feel through the day because you do not understand the language of your mind.
Yeah, concept of distance कि हम दूर चले गए, पास आ गए. We are always together, and this is in the part we are just together. In the part we are.
Yeah, but even दूर चले गए, पास आ गए is just words.
हाँ, yeah, मन की भाषा बीच में मन बोलता है ना, but soul knows कि हम तो एक साथ ही हैं. We are family sitting with Baba, always together.
Yeah. So never listening to what your mind's chatter is. It's not your language. Please get this right today and you'll be free right now. The thought is the bondage. Engaging with that thought, with those words, with that language meaning mind has given to it is the bondage. There is no other bondage. So then if thought is illusion, language is illusion, it's just something that was taught to the mind as ABCD. Is there ABCDEFG in Paramdham? So who formed this word? Who formed this language? Who gave a meaning to it? Just the mind. Very literate, लौकिक literate mind. इसलिए अनपढ़ गंवार ठीक है, जिसको पढ़ना लिखना ही नहीं आता है. It's the लौकिक literate mind which knows too much, gives too much meaning to every word it comes up with. Yeah. Or else from today, Baba is saying, not children, bachche, but kache ho jaoge fir. To make such effort even now is not worthy of the self-respect of the God's children. That is why Bap Dada says, even now, let the past be the past. Change yourselves from this moment on. So Baba never gives up. This moment on, you are a Maharathi. In order to be a Maharathi, simply remember two things. What are they? Firstly, constantly keep yourself with your companion. Those who are companions and co-charioteers are Maharathis. Yeah, there are two reasons for weakness in effort. You have love for the Father, but you have not made him your companion. Because we have made mind our companion. We have made the horses our companion rather than the charioteer. We are running with the horses rather than staying with the charioteer. So Baba is saying, you have love for the father child. So if you constantly keep Bap Dada as your companion, then as long as you have Bap Dada's company, Maya becomes unconscious even from a distance, which means it has no life-giving herb, which is my attention to it. It gets cut off. No attention is going to it, so oxygen is not given to it. Yeah. So because you only make Bap Dada your companion for a temporary period, you are not able to attain sufficient power. And what that means is the soul is not able to attain means soul is not able to absorb the light of the Father, which is showing me who I am. And I'm stumbling in the dark, believing myself to be some piece of dirt in the ocean. Are you that piece of dirt in the ocean?
No, sister. You're the ocean.
Yeah. Who can merge the piece of dirt within itself. No, nothing against the piece of dirt. The Baba is saying, so Maya becomes unconscious even from a distance child because you only make Bap Dada your companion for a temporary period. You are not able to receive his sufficient power. If you were constantly with Bap Dada, you would constantly remain lost in celebrating a meeting with Bap Dada with deep love. And those who are lost in deep love cannot have their love directed anywhere else. And where is this anywhere else that love is getting directed?
Mind's
Maya mind.
Language of the mind. language of the mind. And movements of the body. That's where the love is getting diverted to. So Baba is saying, what was the promise that children made to the father in the beginning? Baba, I eat with you. Baba, I sit with you. Baba, I entertain myself with you. So the one who's lost in entertainment with Baba, would they need entertainment outside or entertainment of the mind's stories? Because we are so interested in the stories of the mind, it keeps spewing stories. So Baba is saying, don't entertain yourself with anything except me. So you forget this promise that you made. If throughout the day you carry out every task with the father child, would Maya be able to disturb you? If you are with the father, instead of Maya disturbing you, there would be the destruction of Maya. You know, sometimes I even see these letters A, B, all literally falling. You know how it falls down? Those letters are just falling down. And if there are no letters, there is no language. There's no language, there's no mind speaking. You can see that with Baba. So though you have love for the Father, you have not made him your companion. You have taken Baba's hand, but you have not taken his company. And to take his company, one thing has to be very clear. Baba is the reality and truth, and everything outside in the outside world is just literally props for the theater, including the body. And the script in the mind is also another prop for the theater. It's all imagination, script, and being played out by us souls. The whole world today may be caught up in the imaginary world and acting out their imagination. That's their part. Yeah, that is their part. But the truth still remains the same. But can you see the imagination, why it is imagination? It's very important for you to know why Baba is reality. Otherwise, we are still in love with the idea of being in love with God. But can you see how everything is imaginary?
So this is Baba's company only, right? When you see what Baba sees and what Baba feels, right? So
No, that is there. But why everything else is imaginary?
because everything going on in the mind, soul is there with Baba. Soul knows this truth, and because Baba show us this truth, so everything else, because everything else, the playing out in the mind and manifesting through the body only, right? The body is just doesn't have itself, doesn't have the life. Soul is giving the life to mind script and it's being played out. That's how it become it मीन्स वो इल्यूजन लगता है फिर नहीं तो फिर वो जो चलती फिरती सारी गुड़ियाएं हर डायलॉग वो रियल लग रहा है वही ट्रुथ लग रहा है अदरवाइज इफ वी आर बिलीविंग व्हाट माइंड सेज तो बाबा की कंपनी वही है जो बाबा दिखाते हैं बाबा को जो दिखता है वही फिर सोल को दिखता है देन फ्रॉम देयर एवरी द इल्यूजन दिखता है
Yes. And anything else?
Every,
Yes.
everything is created, all these words, as you just said, right? These are created by mind only. language, it's all person who created all this, right? Words, alphabet that given a meaning to it. So that has no reality actually. Doesn't mean like one word could be the same meaning, could be another thing for somebody else, right? Somebody else is living somewhere that has a different meaning altogether. So that word doesn't exist. That word itself has no meaning, which has been created or given by human mind only.
Mm-hmm. What else, Sister Rita?
Everything else change but Baba and me.
Yeah. Very important aspect, no? Also very important aspect. So this, as everybody mentioned, that it's like the language in the mind, the body is changing, matter is changing, everything is constantly changing. Constant change, constant flux of change. Your emotions are changing, your moods are changing of the mind. Again and again, this has to be seen. Otherwise, illusion holds you too strong. Yeah? Why is it that otherwise feeling karmatit is not normal? What is stopping you from feeling and knowing you are karmatit? Some language in your mind said, oh, but I'm not karmatit. How can I raise my hand? I don't feel karmatit. Now, this is language of your mind, which is so strongly identified as me.
Yes, mind's belief system, previous belief system that we have to achieve that karma state,
Yeah.
and somehow subconsciously soul is still believing in that thought to be me, and not being in the in the original absolute truth state with Baba, is not seeing through Baba's eyes. So that's how it happens, right?
Yeah. Soul is just still believing too much in the mind's ideas of what it believes itself to be. The self-image, every thought has an image attached to it as me. This image is attached to every thought that comes in your mind. Every word and every sentence that comes in your mind, this image is attached to that. So more we see the imaginary aspect of it, reality is always there, and there's nothing wrong with imagination. It's a beautiful aspect of your creation. But to believe that to be me is where the problem is. So it's not like, oh, imagination is all bad. No. But I know who I am, and I know this imaginary aspect of the part that is within me, because all the drops and the waves are only made up of water only in the ocean. They're not separate from the ocean. So all imagination is carrying an experience, and the seed of that experience is me. I'm the one experiencing this imaginary person every day, in every thought, in every feeling, in every emotion. I am the being experiencing this imaginary person. Not the world is not imaginary. I'm not calling the world as like a film. All the souls are playing the parts. Together we are acting out our story. So if you look from that aspect, yes, body is just a statue in that sense, a robot. What I believe myself to be as a mother, as a daughter, all of that is imaginary. It's been taught. What does the word mother means? Nothing, actually. It's just a word. But there's so much of meaning it is carrying today. A mother. Emotions evoke ho jate hain. Seriously. And if you really look at it from Baba's point of view, it's just letters taught to the child, imagination. With so much emotion, mother, mother, mother. क्या पता नहीं क्या हो गया mother का.
It's a label.
It's just a label. I am a mother now. Responsibility, the whole arena of responsibility as a mother comes attached to it. Whole arena of guilt as a mother comes attached to it. It's just a word. Don't make a big deal. Oh, my father. How can you say he's not my father? The language dekho. How can you say he is not my father? All imagination being played out. Do you see how? It's very important to see it. That's why one is really stressing it. Because until you see imagination as imagination, all living in your mind in the form of language and the meaning associated with that language, you will not be able to feel Baba as reality. Our mind can talk about it and talk about how much it's in love with God and how much it wants to be with God. It can talk, a good talk. It's a great talker. But it's just a talk. I can visualize with my mind. I mean, my mind can visualize, my mind can do so many things. It can talk knowledge like nobody's business, but unless it's seen as an imagination, until then, you're caught up.
But you can't feel the way Baba feels. This is the difference. Right?
Sorry?
But you can't feel the way. Soul can't, if caught up with the mind, soul, no matter how much imagination or visualization do, right? But cannot feel the way Baba feels. The feeling, the difference, the major difference here is the feeling. Action changes, feeling doesn't change. Feelings remains the same. Like in the person identity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get that, but that's okay. I didn't understand it.
Wait, this now.
It is like the soul really sees the way Baba sees and feels the way Baba feels. Once I know this is not another mind is using the same language, the soul is seeing the way Baba sees, the soul is feeling the way Baba feels. Mind can speak that also. See, it can make language out of everything. But I really need to detach from the language of the mind. Yeah. Until then, it is not possible. I understand it's constantly changing. If these words, their feelings are constantly changing, I can even see that from the way Baba feels. Because the words of the mind, how beautiful they may be, how jnani they may be, but that feeling is constantly changing behind those words. Whereas the words that come from Baba, there's a constant feeling in that. They are changeless. Here it's constantly changing feelings based on, oh, I feel what Baba feels, but I don't really feel like that. It's a background sound. I don't feel like that in the mind. But the soul can see even that feeling as a detached observer. To that extent, you're really living with God.
Yes, the feeling, this one was saying the same, that feeling the Baba feels about the other soul doesn't change. Sometimes just action change. One action, like one, sometimes just a spiritual mind or a moralism mind, change the action when soul is caught up in the mind. But when doesn't see in the truth, right, with Baba's eyes, so feeling doesn't change. When soul sees with Baba's eyes and sees what Baba sees, then the soul knows the relationship between us, the souls never's gonna change whatever part is happening, right? So the feeling, वो प्योर फीलिंग जो बाबा बोलते हैं ना, वो प्योर फीलिंग उस स्पेस से ही आती है। अदरवाइज एक्शन चेंज होता रहता है, वो फीलिंग लिंगर ऑन होती रहती है, वो नहीं चेंज होती, राइट? Only through Baba, when soul is with Baba, Baba is the companion, then the that bhavana, वो वाली कि मेरा ब्रदर सोल है वो रहती है और पार्ट प्ले हो रहा है, राइट? तो वहां से वो दिख रहा होता है। तो आई डोंट नो हाउ टू पुट इट इन वर्ड्स, या बट जो मेजर डिफरेंस है, बट वो फीलिंग का जो सबसे बड़ा इसको दिखता है कि वो फीलिंग चेंज होती हैं, वो प्योर भावना आती है जब बाबा साथ है। तो बाबा साथ नहीं है तो भावना वो लिंगर ऑन रहती है माइंड की।
Like it's not even like it is. Baba is with the soul, right? And the soul can see with Baba, and soul can see imaginations are going on even right now.
Yes.
Speak. Everything is looking imaginary to the soul. The soul's focus is just on what Baba is seeing, the other as a soul. All this language we are using, talking, it all feels like just really
part of the play, because at the back of the mind is always speaking that you cannot put it in words, you cannot put it in word, but soul knows we are all sitting over there and we know the truth, then nothing needs to clarify, just ठीक है पार्ट प्ले करने के लिए वो करना हो रहा है तो हो रहा है, बट वो भावना यही है, चाहे कुछ भी बोला जा रहा है लेकिन हमारा कुछ भी उसमें चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, ना तो सोल में कुछ ऐड ऑन हो रहा है, ना ही हमारा रिलेशनशिप में कुछ ज्यादा बढ़ रहा है। हमारा वो हमेशा प्यार भरा रिश्ता वो है ही, वो सोल को वहीं पे दिख रहा है, बट ये भी हो रहा है, साथ में चल रहा है, पार्ट में जितने वर्ड्स आ रहे हैं वो बस निकल रहे हैं।
Yeah, but and we will see that when this is the truth that I, the being, am living, that I am never changing. My reference point for all relationships are with Baba and with the souls. Then it is automatically going to be manifested even in the drum. Yeah. And this is when Baba is saying you are actually living like a Maharathi. Then Baba is saying Baba is the ocean of mercy. According to the drama, you also automatically receive 100. Sorry, I missed a few lines. Any children who place their mistakes in front of the father once should also understand this. If after placing those weaknesses in front of the father, you make the same mistake again, then although Baba is the ocean of mercy, according to the drama, you also automatically receive 100-fold punishment. What does that mean?
Soul suffers the mind's emotion and feelings.
Mhm.
Suffering when soul get identifies always suffers. Yeah, it's not in the मीन्स अपनी स्थिति में नहीं है स्थित, तो सोल माइंड में होके हमेशा वो सफरिंग ही है सोल के लिए।
Actually, it is to see it like this, more importantly, is like somebody who's very used to clean space. Even little speck of dirt will create a sense of dissatisfaction and suffering, right? And those who are used to living in the dirt, they don't feel the difference. Whether it's a lot of dirt, whether it's just they're used to it, right? And they're used to being a sufferer. But the one who is really now becoming more aware of his truth as I am this refined, subtle being of light. Now, if this little bit of also dirt is there and it feels like me, it will create 1,000-fold suffering. Means I will feel that little dirt is also feeling very uncomfortable. That is what Baba is saying, that Baba is ocean of mercy, but drama will automatically, you will receive 100-fold punishment. That's what it means. It's not like something else is happening from outside to Rini. It is the soul facing that speck of dirt as me or mine is that punishment. Yeah? because it's very much misunderstood. It creates fear in the soul's mind if it's not studied properly. It creates fear. Oh my God, I'm going to be punished. Baba said that I'll get 100-fold punishment. No, that's not what it means. Yeah? Anyone wants to say anything? We will finish it here. There's still a lot in this Murli, but we can continue that tomorrow. But anybody wants to share anything? No? Just encouragement for everyone to come into cameras whenever they can and also participate in the class. Yeah? It's always very healthy for all of us. Your participation is equally important. True?
Thank you for clarifying that 100-fold one. That was always a question and confusion. So makes it very clear now, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Baba. Just a moment of silence.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Baba,
Om
thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Om Shanti Ji. Thank you, Baba.